Hi everyone, I'm Julie. Welcome to Chicory's Travels. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than the normal content that we have on our channel. I was recently on a YouTube live where we were talking about how we market our blog and our YouTube, and one of the ways I said that I found the most success was on Pinterest. And the host asked me, wait, you use Pinterest for YouTube? And I said, absolutely. And it's been very successful for us. So a bunch of people on the chat then said, wait, how do you do that? So I said, hey, I'll make a video for you guys. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you how you can use Pinterest to market your YouTube channel. I'm going to walk you through the very basics from when you set up your account to making it a business account, and then also how to upload a pin and how to link it to YouTube instead of a website, or how to embed your video in a blog and then link that to the pin, whichever you choose to do. So let's get started. All right, I've shared my screen here so I can show you what I mean when I say using Pinterest for YouTube. When people go to Pinterest, they're usually searching for certain things. Like in our case, they might be searching for RV travel, or they might be searching for recipes, anything like that. In this case, I just typed in the name of our blog because in our YouTube channel, because I want to show you some actual videos that I have set up now. There's two different ways that you can use Pinterest for YouTube. One is you can have a pin that goes directly to YouTube. And that's this one. You can look down here at the bottom and see the website it goes to is YouTube. So if someone is searching for RV snap pads, or they might be searching on RV leveling pads, this might come up. When they scroll down a little bit, it gives them a little bit of a description and tells them, watch this simple installation of RV snap pads along with an initial review covering installation, customer service, and early thoughts on the product. Now, I do want to tell you that if you click on this, it's going to take you to YouTube, and that video is going to be exactly what that description was. And the reason why I want to add that disclaimer is I know it's kind of popular for YouTube thumbnails to be, I hate to use the word, but a little clickbaity, where you're kind of teasing what it is. That will get you banished from Pinterest as a spam site. They want your description in Pinterest to be very exact. If people click on it and it doesn't go to what they're expecting, they can report it. In this case, you can see it came to YouTube and it went exactly to the video that I advertised, RV Snap Pad Extra Installation and Review. So let's close out of this and go back to Pinterest, and you'll see another option. In addition to having a YouTube channel, we also have a blog. So here you can see that this pin goes to Chicory's Travels. When people click on it, you can see it comes up, What We Wish We Knew Before Full-Time RVing, 8 Expert Tips for Beginners. And in the description, it's 4 full-time RVing couples share what they wish they knew before hitting the road. So someone might be looking at that that's considering full-time RV travel and say, yeah, let me check that out. Now you can see that it went to my website, but I also have a video. I've embedded it in my blog. Now the beauty of this is that if they click here, they're going to watch my video.
Hi, we're Sean and Julie. Welcome to Chicory's Travels.
Now if I've written a blog about a subject that I also have a YouTube video for, I will always embed it in the blog and link my pin to my website, rather than the first example where I showed you it going direct to YouTube. And the reason why I do that is it's a win-win. I get traffic for my blog and I get traffic for my YouTube video. The only time I do it the other way is if I don't have a blog. Sometimes it's a very narrow subject like that RV snap pads installation. I'm not going to write a whole article about that, so I just have it going directly to YouTube. You can choose what works best for you. And the last thing I want to say about this is if you look at these pins, you see I kind of have like a little theme. That's like my branding theme. It's my colors, the teal and the white. And then you see I have this other little weird one here and here. They don't really fit. They're little horizontal, kind of squarish pins. That's because somebody was on my website and they saved it to Pinterest. And so now it shows up under Chicory's Travels. But that's okay because it gets you bonus points with Pinterest. And in both of these videos cases, I actually have an embedded video there as well. Now I want to show you how easy it is to convert your Pinterest account to a business account. Okay, so I've gone back to my son's page here. It's a personal account, and we're going to convert it to a business account. So you just click the three little dots in the top right corner, and it'll say, get a free business account, upgrade now. Click on that, and it takes us to a free business account, which unlocks the pro tools like analytics and ads. So it already has his Gmail in there. Now we're going to add the business name. Told you it was F Lifestyle, stands for Effective Frugal Finance Lifestyle. Effective Finance and Frugal Lifestyle. I should know that, shouldn't I? It's a personal finance page. And we're going to pick a business type. And he's a blogger. And continue. Now down here at the bottom was log out and create a new account. So if you have a personal account that you want to keep separate from the business account, you can do that option as well. Now, the reason why there's a whole bunch of this same pin across the top here is because that was a pin he had saved on his personal account of one of mine, and we're going to change that. But first what we want to do is change a few other things, like our profile now. You see it says EFF Lifestyle instead of Richard Greer. So now what we're going to do is go to the three dots again, and we are going to change his profile. So in settings, all of that's set up. You can hide your profile from search engines if you want to, but you don't, trust me. Search engines are a good thing. It helps people find your content. We're just going to change profile. And what we're going to do is go to his website, and we're going to take the About section and put it in there. If you don't have a website, if you only have a YouTube channel, you could go to that About section and put that there as well. Effective finance and frugal lifestyle tips that anyone can use to achieve financial independence. So if you have a specific location and you want to put it in here, you can. That's where he's at, so we'll make it that. Now you notice this thing for feature board, we're actually going to come back to this after we've created some boards. The next one is claim website. If you have a blog and you would like to claim that website, you can do that. What it's going to do is make you actually upload an HTML file. Oh, it tells me we already have a verified domain because I already did that step, but it's going to have you add an HTML file to the file structure of your website. And you can click down here to learn more to get more information on that. Now you can set up notifications if you want them on Pinterest by email. You can set up a home feed, but that's going away. You can connect to other social networks. We're going to leave all that the way it is for now. And just say Save Settings. Okay, now we're going to go home. What we're going to do is create some boards. One of the best ways to set up your boards is to have them go along with what your channel is about. So if you have different playlists, you could do a board for each one of those. On his website, he has finance, food, fun. So we're going to do a board for each one of those. And actually on his YouTube channel, he has the same 3 playlists. So for boards, we're just going to go to this red plus, and we're going to call one Frugal Fun. Now we're going to go back. We're going to create another board. And we're going to call this one Personal Finance. We're going to create one more board, and we're going to call this one Frugal Food. And every time you create a board, it's going to automatically give you some ideas for your board. And that's fine. It's great to pin other people's pins to your boards because Pinterest rewards people who have a lot of activity on their boards and who have relevant activities. So if you had a camping board, you wouldn't necessarily put things from personal finance on that or vice versa. But he could put things like how to save money on groceries. Okay, and so here's one, grocery store hacks. So he would just do a drop down and save it to his frugal food. Now he has other people shared on his Pinterest, and then hopefully they'll share his as well. And so it's similar to a social media, but it's not exactly social media because there is the search function. And with search function, there's also keywords. So look up here. When I typed how to save money on groceries, and then I hit enter, you see all these things under here: budget, frugal living, tips, awesome, meal planning without coupons, and there's all these different options. And you're going to want to remember some of these words and tuck that back into your mind, because you're going to want to write a keyword dense description when you upload a pin. I'm going to his account. Okay, now we have a pin of someone else's, but we don't have one of his pins on his page. And you want to have a mixture of both. And the whole point here is to drive traffic to your own content, right? Particularly your YouTube content. So I already created a pin. Let's find it. And we created this pin using a website called Canva, canva.com. And it's a great website because it's free. And, well, there's a paid version, but you can use the free version. And it allows you to make a thumbnail, and then you can resize it and make it into a Pinterest image. And pin images really should be these vertical images like this. And there's a great course that I'll put the link to in the description. And it teaches you how to design pin images. I think it was like $25. I actually did the course myself, and I think it was so great that now I'm an affiliate for it. So the link I'll put is an affiliate link. If you purchase it, I will get a small commission. But like I said, I did the course myself, and that's where I learned how to design this. Now, like I said, there's two different ways that we could link to this pin. We could either go to his YouTube channel and find the video on tips for saving money on transportation. And you just hit the share button here. And you can copy the link and paste it into Pinterest right here. Or if you have a blog, like he does, where he has embedded the video, so he wants to get double whammy, you could use that link. So it's either one. You can go directly to your website or to your YouTube channel. Now remember what I said about a keyword dense description. There's another course that I'll also put a link to that gives you way more in depth on how to write keyword descriptions and on analytics for Pinterest and a lot more great tips like that. I also took that course. I'll put a link to that as well. But one thing I learned from that course is in Pinterest how to find the keywords that you want to use. I'm going to put saving money and enter, and all these things are going to come up. These are all great keywords, okay? Now, if I made it too specific, saving money on cars, no keywords come up. Pins do, but not keywords. So let's go back to the shorter one and pick saving money. So we want to use things like tips and ideas. And instead of on utilities and groceries, we'll make it tips and ideas for saving money on transportation expenses. Then you notice it also has things like frugal living, in your 20, budget. These are all fast. These are all different keywords that you could use. Now you don't just throw them in there. You have to actually make them work in a sentence that makes sense, that's about your article. So his article, you can see, is owning a car has become a rite of passage in America. Sadly, having a car payment has also become the norm. Since this website is all about effective finance and frugal lifestyle, we're going to cover tips for reducing your transportation costs that you can save for more important things. And he talks about buying cars, alternates to car ownership, and budgeting. So those are things we want to say in Pinterest, in your keywords, because remember, Pinterest doesn't like clickbait. They will actually ban your link as a spam link if you do that too much. So it's about tips for saving on transportation costs. It's in our title, and in our keyboard description, we will include that. But we will also use some of those great keywords that we found on the other page. So tips and ideas. Oh, wait, and we're going to make it in a sentence. So let's go. Learn tips and ideas for saving money on transportation. I spelled it wrong. Get ideas for reducing expenses. So what I've done is just tried to use some synonyms to say the same thing, but maybe hopefully pick up some more keywords. What were some of those other keywords? Budget, that's right, frugal living. Okay, for reducing expenses. And maintaining a budget in your 20s, because your 20s was another one. Okay, and then we want to say, what was that, frugal living? Our website has many more hacks for frugal living. And then another thing that you can do in Pinterest is do hashtags. So you can do hashtag frugal, hashtag, remember that one of the options was not having a car, so no car, because that's actually a popular thing. Okay, and then we're going to say done. Now you have to link it to a board. You have to choose a board. So remember, our boards were Frugal Fun, Frugal Food, and Personal Finance. We just hit save. And now he has a pin on that board, and you can see it now. And it shows you saved to Personal Finance. And here's all our words that we picked. And the thing about the hashtags is if you click on a hashtag, it'll show you other articles and other pins that people have done about frugal. You could have put frugal living, frugal lifestyle, anything. And it just helps you if you want to find some more pins to share to that board. Okay, now last thing, remember I said we wanted to show you how to take off other people's pins from your cover here, so they're only your pins. You have a few options that you can do here. Up in the corner is a little pencil icon. You click on that, and it tells you can pick either your latest pins, or you can pick a specific board that you want to put them to. So in this case, we could do Personal Finance, because everything he pins, even fun and food, since they're about frugal fun and food, they could go under Personal Finance. And right now, they're only that one because that's the only one we have. But as soon as we add more, you'll start seeing a better mix of them. Let's go back to mine, Chicory's Travels. And I'm going to actually click on my. Now you see there's this whole big mix of pins. They're all different because they actually are some that people saved instead of ones that I designed. But they all link to Chicory's Travels website. Now there's a lot more tips for how you can market your pins. You can join something called group boards. You can join something called Tailwind. And those are ways to help you get involved with other people and network and try to get your pins out there. You share theirs, they share yours. That is in the course that I'm going to recommend, but this is just a basic tutorial on how to set up a business account and then how to create pins and link those pins to your YouTube channel or to your blog if you have your videos embedded there. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will be sure to answer every one. Happy pinning!